Afternoon and wonderful Sunday evening. And I thought I'd do a Q&A. So here I am. I thought do 20, 25 minutes worth of questions that you guys want answering. So yeah, fire away and I will do that as best as I can, I'll be honest with you. Hi Liam, hi Sajid, hi Kalis, Omar, Pat, evening. Hello Don. Hello everybody in the chat room. What's up, Wes? So yeah, I thought I'd do a Q&A, 20 minutes worth of questions, 25 minutes maybe, before I go on a podcast, which I will be going on at 7 o'clock. So feel free to join me on that. That'll be on Guna Eagle Eye on YouTube. So subscribe to that channel if you haven't. And yeah, we'll be doing a season review on that later on this evening at 7 o'clock. So start firing away with some questions. What did you get in your GCSEs? Says Khalees Khan. It's quite funny actually. I got an A in English drama. The rest of them I got B's and C's, a double D in science, and I actually got an E in maths. But my maths now is absolutely mad. It's probably better than most people on the planet's maths now. But yeah, there we go. What defenders do you think we should buy in the summer? Says Rasby 14. I think we should go and buy either Harry Maguire, Connor Cody, or even Lewis Dunk. I'd take him as well. Somebody that can actually defend. So either one of them three. Who are you voting for in the EU elections? Says Liam1232. I don't vote, mate. They're all as corrupt as each other. Do you watch other leagues? Yes, I do. I watch La Liga. That's about it, though. I don't watch any of the other leagues, I'll be honest. A Brexit defence, mate. A Brexit defence better than the liability defence we got now. How much money do you think we will have this summer to spend? Says Naki. I hope I've pronounced your name right, mate. I don't know. It depends on who we get rid of, if I'm being honest. But I'd imagine we're going to spend over 100 million once we've got rid of some of the players out of the club. But we shall see. Would you play Reece Nelson? Says Callum. Yes, I think he should walk straight into the team. I think he's done reasonably well over in Germany. He's direct. He can cross the ball properly, which is something we lack. And he seems to have end product, which is also something we lack. So yeah, I'll take him, put him straight in the team. George says, do you fancy a North London Derby UEFA Super Cup final? Yes, I do. But that would mean that they win the Champions League. So I'd rather Liverpool, but I would obviously take it if they get there. And I said this yesterday, if Tottenham do actually win the Champions League, I don't think anyone can say they haven't deserved it. And I know that's going against the grain, but it's true. You know, they've had a hard group stage. They luckily got out of that. Funny because Liverpool only just got out of their group stage as well, and now they're both in the final. But if you look at the run that Spurs have had to get to the final and then to beat Liverpool in the final, I don't think anyone could say they were lucky. So it's sad though that they're even in it. Decore, yes or no, says Malcolm. Yes, but I do think he's lacking a bit of know-how. Yes, he's quick and he can run with the ball at pace and he can power past people. He's very physical, he can defend properly. But I think ball control, in terms of the final pass, I don't think he's got anything about him. I think we could possibly do better, but he is better than what we've got, so I'd take him. Sack Emery for Allegri, says Burnsy. No chance. I'd keep Emery for now, to be honest. Do you indeed have off the camera issues? No, we're sweet, mate. Is there any chance of signing Wilfred Zaha, says Stephen Foster? I do think there is a chance. I think the price that's being bandied about is nowhere near what he's going to go for. £80 million. We're talking like Ronaldo money. He ain't even fit enough to lace Ronaldo's boots. So I think he'd go for around the 45 million bracket. I think we could afford that, but I don't think he's worth it. I think there's better quality players we could get out of there for less money. Would you sign Ruben Neves? In a heartbeat, mate. Space Monkey says Ziyech or Zaha. Ziyech all day long, man. I don't rate Zaha. I genuinely do not get it. I don't get the hype around him. Donny van der Beek says David. Yep, I'd take him. Favourite away ground, says Awais Chowdhury. I don't know, man. Somebody asked me that yesterday, I think. Newcastle and Palace, I think, are the two that I enjoyed the most. Newcastle was a banging night out, so that's probably why I enjoyed it. But, it's a myth that Newcastle's fans are mad all the time, because when we went there this season, it was dead. But Crystal Palace is always good. That's always lively. I'll be honest as well, Swansea's ground is a very nice looking stadium. I ain't got fond memories of going there though. It was midweek and we got beaten and I was soaking wet. But it was a nice little stadium. But I think that if they did come back up, depending on how they go on in the next season or two, I think they could possibly make it bigger as well, because there was a big gap from... They haven't really got an upper tier as such. It's weird. It's hard to explain. But yeah, Swansea's ground was nice, but I think Newcastle and Palace are the best two for me. Yeah, I'm very good, mate. Thank you. Thank you, Erasmus. Do you rate Declan Rice, says Ibrahim. I do, but he ain't worth the money people are talking about. Should we sign Umpacano, says Tilna T. I can't even pronounce your name. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I do. I do rate him. Watching porn or watching Spurs, says Ami Guna. Depends what porn you're talking about, mate. Because if it's yeah, we'll just leave it there. Do you think Arsenal could spend the Jamie? I don't get that, mate. Would you bring back Szczesny, says Omar. Do you know what? I've always said that he was a massive mistake getting rid of him. I would have made him number 1 and put Checkers number 2. But I suppose blessings and all that. We've now got Leno, but I would have kept him in the first place. Do you think Arsenal could spend big, says Jamie? I do, but I think that might depend on who we get out and whether we get Champions League. Because if we get out, I don't know, maybe some of the top earners, maybe a Kolasinac, a Mkhitaryan, and Ozil, that frees up 700 grand a week, nearly 600-700 grand a week. That then could go on 3 players on 200 grand a week, or 4 players on 150 grand a week. 4 players on 150 grand a week is going to equate to what? 160 million quid, 130 million, 120 million quid's worth of signings. So yeah, I think we could, but I think it depends on who we get out. Big up, Chig. Guna Eagle Eye is in the chat room. Go down to his little comment. You can subscribe to his channel from that. Like I said, we'll be on a podcast at 7 o'clock talking about the season and giving it a review. And his question was, favourite female celebrity? Oh, that's a good question. I like Amanda Holden, man. Yeah, she's nice. I've always rated her. And who's the woman that does what's it called? Countdown, 8 out of 10 Cats Countdown guy. What's his name? Jimmy Carr, the woman that's on there. I can't remember her name, but yeah, she's tidy. Rachel Riley, that's it. Yeah, Rachel Riley and Amanda Holden. Favourite Arsenal player of all time, says Pratyush Gupta. Dennis Bergkamp by a mile. Omri was good. Vieira was good, and I'm doing them a disservice by saying good. They were better than good, weren't they? But for me, Dennis Bergkamp just oozed class, man. That geezer was an absolute genius with the ball at his feet. Do live cams more often. What, fan cams or live as I'm doing now? And I'll be honest, the only reason I haven't done many recently is because I can't be bothered to go to away games. I'm being completely honest. And I know it sounds bad, because I know a lot of people would be desperate to go to games that can't because of logistics and stuff like that. But when we're playing at 4 o'clock in Manchester or 4:30 in Liverpool, it ruins your whole weekend. Yeah, because you're going to go up there. You're probably going to get spanked. you've got to go to bed early the night before because you've got to leave early to get up there. Then you're getting back at gone midnight. Then you've got to get up and go to work the next day. It's not easy. And then if you've got a game a couple of days later, you've got to go away again. Say you have back-to-back away games. Nah, not for me. I'll just do the home games. Nelson or Smith Rowe? That's a brilliant question, True Gooner. I think Smith Rowe's got a higher ceiling, but I do think Reece Nelson's more advanced than him right now. So in terms of starting 11 for next season, Nelson all day long. I'd maybe put Smith Rowe in the squad, or perhaps loan him out to a Premier League team. Live cams like this. Yeah, I will be doing one every day, mate. Every day going forward. I'll be doing my daily transfer update in the morning. I'll be doing one of these early afternoon, evening, and then I'll be dropping a video of sort of 9, half 9 every night. So three videos a day. One will be a live stream. As a Barcelona fan, Valverde out. Yeah, you drew today. Messi's goal was nice though. The second one where he dinked the keeper, trademark Messi. Did you cry when we lost the Champions League final? Yes, I did. I'm not sad to say that. I'm not too proud to say I cried. I cried and I punched a wall and broke my hand nearly. Yeah, I was fuming. Why do some Arsenal fans want Granit Xhaka as captain, says Luke Devine. I'll tell you why, mate. Because they somehow think the geezer's a good player. And that shows how far the football club has dropped in terms of expectations. The fact that we now put players like Xhaka on a pedestal. You know, Xhaka wouldn't even get in the reserve team in 2004. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how far we've slipped, unfortunately, mate. Sajad, quick question. Bentner or me? Yeah, I think we know the answer to that one, mate. Do you know what? It must be tough being a Barcelona fan, man. I'm telling you, it must be really hard watching that every week. Would you have kept Oxlade-Chamberlain, says Matthew? Yes, I would. Could you imagine how good he'd be under Emery right now? Him and Alexis Sanchez would have been perfect for Emery, and I think we would have finished in the, well, definitely third. I think we would have got third by a canter. But it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason, I suppose. Ben Me or Ben Dunk, says mild temperature. That's a good question too. Ben Me, just. Would you take Allegri now and get rid of Emery? No, I wouldn't. Trinian, I am fine, thank you, my friend. Bentner or Sonogo? Oh, God, neither. Mkhitaryan has been allowed to play in the final. Has he really? I didn't know that. Jack the Ripper, thank you, my friends. Thoughts on Manolas? I'd take him all day long at Arsenal. Put him next to Socrates. I think that would be a good pairing. If you want to play three at the back, put Holding there as well. And go with all three of them. Afternoon, JBO. Ozil or Rosicky? Oh, God. Rosicky was too injury prone, but he always scored against Spurs. Some bangers as well. I can't imagine Ozil would have scored the goal at White Hart Lane that Rosicky scored a few years back. But having said that, Ozil has probably been involved. Well, he has been involved in a lot more good things than Rosicky was, because he was always injured. So, Ozil. Would you take Christian Pavon? Yes, I would. Thomas Rosicky or Aaron Ramsey? Ramsey in all day long, mate. All day long, Ramsey. Should we go for Ryan Fraser? Says always a gooner. Yes, I think we should buy him. Brad Richardson, would you take free agent Olivier Giroud back? Yeah, I'd take him back to France and leave him there, mate. Some of these questions. Steve Bold out, says Tommy. Yeah, I don't know why he's here. I'll be honest. I have no idea why he's still at Arsenal. He's been here, 7 years as a coach, or a defensive coach, or number 2, or what, I don't even know what his job is. So yeah, I think possibly the only reason he's been here this season is because of the fact that he's tried to integrate Emery into the team, and obviously he has an understanding of the team. the previous manager is not here anymore. So a manager coming in that couldn't speak English, maybe that's why. So I don't think he'll be here next season, I'll be honest. 360 people watching, only 58 likes. So please go and slap that like button. One ex-Arsenal player in their prime that you would bring back, says Abhishek Chowdhury, Dennis Bergkamp. Do you still get pissed watching the 2006 Champions League finals as Fang Styles? Mate, I must admit, I don't watch it. It's just too depressing, mate. I can't watch that. Realistic target for next season. Thank you very much, Kyle. Top four's got to be a must. Prediction for the Europa League's final, says Kartik Cordy. I think we'll win. I'm not sure how. I'll get into that a little bit closer to the time. So yeah, who would you rather sell, Aubameyang or Lacazette? Says Abad 321 Aziz. I'd get rid of Aubameyang, and I know people are going to go off the rails now. Why would you get rid of him? He scored 31 goals. But I'd get rid of him because I think that the money you could get for him would be double what we've ever sold a player for, and I think it'd solve 3 problems: 2 wingers and a midfielder. Thank you for that, Jamie. Schofield, sign Salah and Mane. Yeah, I don't think we're going to spend 100 million on each, though, unfortunately, mate. Who would you go for as backup goalkeeper, says Liam? I would go for Butland. Yeah, Cameron, bye-bye, mate. Get out of my comment section. Ta-ta. Why do you hate Ozil? I don't hate any of these players, mate, yeah? The difference is I have seen a lot better players come and go at this football club than Mr. Ozil, and I don't get it, yeah? This new generation of Sky Sports and BT Sports and looking at XG and expected goals and chances created, it is an absolute load of crap. At the end of the day, I've got 2 eyes, and I watch him every single week, and I am flattered to be deceived by the geezer. And everyone says, oh, he's great technically. He's got great technical ability. Well, he can't dribble past anyone. He's so one-footed. So I don't even buy into that, if I'm being honest. I don't hate him. I just don't like the fact that we are paying him an absolute fortune to produce absolutely nothing most of the time he's been here. He's only at double figures on assists once in 6 years. So, yeah, we finished 5th and 6th and gave him a pay rise. I don't quite get that, but it is what it is. He won't be here for much longer. Ozil or Mickey? I would take Ozil over Mickey because I think he's even worse. Yeah, Shane, if you're going to abuse me, mate, at least learn to spell, you idiot. It's you-are. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. I swear these people are dumb. Thank you very much for that, my friend. Contro Skula. I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you, mate. Mate, how am I supposed to read that name? Jesus Christ. Seriously. Rabadama. Yeah, sorry, mate. But thank you very much for your donation, my friend. Choose one Liverpool player to strengthen Arsenal. Virgil van Dijk, straight away, all day long. Thank you for that, mate. Sorry I butchered your name, but avoid the trolls. Bruv, these trolls are nothing, man. Listen, they ain't even trolls. They're just, like I've said, they come to watch me. I don't even know who they are, yet they're sitting on my stream. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, levels. Virgil van Dijk or De Ligt? Van Dijk, Benjamin. I think De Ligt's good. I think De Ligt could be a better player long term. But I said this yesterday, I think it was, or the day before. When Llorente came on against him in the second leg against Ajax, he looked out of his depth against Llorente. He couldn't deal with him. Literally didn't have a Scooby what he was doing. I think when he's got a player running at him, that's going to try and take him on, I think he's flawless, absolutely flawless. But when it comes to a Giroud, a Llorente, players like that that are going to have the physical side of it with you and try and win the headers and the flick-ons, I don't think he's anywhere near the level of Van Dijk. But he is a very talented footballer. Let's give him that. Jamie, you should buy hungry that want to play football. Hungry players that want to play football, Jamie, yeah? Yeah, I agree. I agree, mate. Listen, at the end of the day, we've got so many talented kids in our youth setup, right? And this is where Germany are streets ahead of Arsenal and the Premier League right now. And that is that they actually throw their kids in and give them a chance. We all sit here crying out, oh, we need to put the kids in, we need to put the kids in. We then play Guendouzi for 47 games and everyone goes, nah, he's crap. Well, he's a kid. You know, if you had 3 or 4 of them in the team, we would have finished 10th. So, you know, it's a fine balance. I get it. But at the same time, sometimes, you know, we're all hypocrites. I'm a hypocrite at times about certain players or some things, you know, people pull me up on it every now and again. But you can't sit on one hand and say, I want to see 4 or 5 kids in the team. And then when you play a kid in the team, you absolutely rip him apart for the whole season. And I've seen a lot of people rip into Guendouzi saying he's not good enough, he's this, he's that. JBO, thank you, my friend. Arsenal need English players in key positions. I could not agree more with that, mate. I could not agree more. I think we need some more English players in terms of like youth as well. Like I say, put some of the youth players in, put them in, but put proper quality players around them. You know, because like I said, Guendouzi's played a lot of this season, but he's played with Xhaka, he's played with El Neni, you know. That ain't good enough to help his development, because if he sees them doing the same stupid things week in, week out, he thinks that's okay for him to do it. So you need to put proper players around them. But I would definitely put Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, Maitland-Niles definitely in the squad every game next year. Joe Willock as well. And I'd give him a lot of games. So yeah, that's what I would be doing. There was a question here, I can't find it. Sophie Rose or Anita. Anita all day long, mate. Thierry, thank you very much for that, mate. Will you be continuing watch-alongs with Chig for the upcoming season? That's something we need to discuss. So I can't give a definitive yay or nay on that right now. But it is something that I enjoy doing, definitely. We have a right good crack on the watch-alongs. You have a big head. Cheers, Darren. That's because I've got a big brain in it, mate. Right, let's do up to 30 minutes. We'll do 7 more minutes and I'm getting out of it because we're going on a stream with Guna Eagle Eye. If he's still in the chat, make yourself known, Chris. People can go and subscribe to him if he is in the chat. Just click on his icon and it'll take you to his channel. You can subscribe. Bash the like button as well. There's not enough likes on this video right now, please. You're deluded. Yeah, cheers. Please elaborate, mate. Tyrell's World wanted a shout out, so there you go, you've got one. Where did Bully go from Arsenal Fan TV, says Liam? I don't know, you know. I seen him at Man City this season away. But I don't know where he's been. I don't know if he obviously still goes to games, but yeah, he obviously doesn't go on the channel anymore, so I don't know why. Favourite food? Chili con carne. That's my favourite. I do like a curry, though. Are you sponsored by Foster's? No, do you know what? I normally drink Stella. Yeah, but I thought, seeing as I'm going to be doing this, I better not be drinking too many Stellas, because I'm going to go on the season review with Chris in a bit as well. So I thought if I drink too many Stellas, then I could be a little bit wayward. So try drinking the Fosters, and it'll keep me sweet. No, not chicken tikka, man. I'll go for fowl. I eat fowl, lamb fowl. The hotter the better. When I order one, they actually laugh. They're like, what, this English white guy is going to try and eat fowl? PC Pat, what do you think the most realistic signings are if we could get free signings realistic? Ryan Fraser, I think that Manolas could be achievable, and I'd say Lozano. I think all three of them are all pretty cheap as well. That they'd cost 90 million quid between the three of them. Ventus, thank you for that, my friend. Robert Pires or Alexis Sanchez? Wow, what a question. Wow. I'd have to go with Sanchez purely based on the fact that he dragged that team through maybe 70% of our games, especially away games, whereas Robert Pires had a lot better quality around him. But that's not taking it away from Pires. I thought he was class, man. J. Rob, thank you, mate. Lee, chance of the youngsters for next season? Yeah, I think so, man. Like I said, I think with Smith Rowe, I think he's come in and he's shown enough quality, right? Which is obviously why we loaned him out. So, is he good enough to start week in, week out in the Premier League? I'm not convinced. Should we start him every now and again in the Premier League? Yes, I think we should. And if we don't, I think we should loan him out to a mid-table Premier League team and let him grow. But yeah, Maitland-Niles is a mainstay in the team now, I think. But I think we should, when Bellerin comes back, and play him more central. Joe Willock, I think we should integrate him more. And then Reece Nelson, we've got to put in every week, I think. That would save us a lot of money. Lee, real talk, would you take Gareth Bale? Guna Eagle Eye, go and hit his icon. Go and subscribe to his channel. 7 o'clock, we're doing a review of the season. Chris, yes, I would. I've always been a Gareth Bale fan. And it was undercover fan when he was at Tottenham. But when he went to Madrid, I think he's gone up levels since he's been there. But it's just a shame he's quite injury prone. But he is available. Go and do the £10 million loan fee for him. Pay half of his wages. And happy days, mate. That is a genuine top draw player that can win games on his own. Somebody that's got genuine quality about his game. So, yeah, I would take him. Ronaldo or Henry, says Hard Code FC. Is that the R9 Ronaldo or the CR7 Ronaldo? Then again, saying that, I think both are better than Henry. What made you decide to be a YouTuber? Do you know what? Do you know what it is, right? I've had a Twitter account for a long, long time. And on Twitter, I must come across like a right mug, right? Because a lot of people get triggered, like properly triggered by my tweets. Maybe it's the way I word it and it comes across aggressive. I don't know. But I couldn't get my words out properly. So I thought, you know what? Let me do a YouTube channel. I then had a YouTube channel that got up to 11K. Long story short, I ain't got that channel anymore. I then had another one that I set up and it wouldn't let me monetize it. Another long story. So yeah, I had 6 months off, started this one 5 months ago, and here we are probably on 14K now. So yeah, happy days. Thank you to everyone subscribed. Let's do, right, I'm going to do 5 minutes until 33 minutes, and then I'm done because my battery will die. What's your opinion? That's a good question. Now, what's your opinion on Steven Gerrard's first season as Rangers manager? Says Kool-Aid Luke. I think he's done really well, mate. I must admit, I've raised an eyebrow when he got the job, but I like the fact that he outs his players. I like the fact that he sticks it on them. I like the fact he sticks it on journalists when they try and ask questions to players in the press conferences, and he jumps in and says, no, I'll answer that question. And I think he has closed the gap. It's still a massive gap, let's be real. But I think for a first season, having never managed, I think he's been brilliant, mate. And that goes for Frank Lampard as well. I think he has been outstanding. And if he gets Derby to the Premier League, Jesus Christ, what an achievement. He'll have a statue outside Derby County. What do we think of Tottenham? Shit, that's what we think of them. Who's better, Messi or Ronaldo? Said God's Hype 319. Mate, I'm a proper Messi fanboy. That is the only footballer I am a fanboy of. Love watching him, man. Dream car, Bugatti Veyron. Worst Arsenal away day. Do you know what? That's a good question, Abhishek. Yeah, because everyone asks what the best away day is. So the worst away day I've ever had is Bolton Wanderers. Can't stand it. Can't stand their ground. Luke Howard, thank you for that, my friend. Out of all the players you've looked at on your transfer show, who is most likely to come to Arsenal? Do you know what? My transfer video that I do every morning, that is just going off of reports that we're linked to players. It's not my actual, me just picking out players, but that is players we're genuinely linked with. as I scroll through the internet and have a look around the world and see what everyone's saying, like in terms of journalists and stuff like that. The ones that we're most likely to get, I'd say Ryan Fraser. I think we'll get him. I think that'll be done. Maybe this Argentine centre back, Kahneman, I think his name is. We'll call him Walter. I think that could happen, but I don't want that to happen. I don't think he's any good. So yeah, I think maybe them two. Although saying that, Pepe is available. I don't think that'll happen, no. But you never know with Arsenal. Arsenal could go in and surprise you out of nowhere. But definitely Fraser and definitely the Argentine centre-back. I think both of them could happen. Are you going to Baku? Unfortunately, I'm not, my friend. It was funny because about this time last year, I went to watch the Arsenal Legends in Madrid against Real Madrid Legends at the Bernabeu. And when we were going out there, I looked at where the Europa League final was for this season. Bearing in mind this was June last year, right? And I said to a couple of people I was with, I said maybe we should book up. I said because we're going to get to the Europa League final, and we never obviously did in the end. I am kicking myself because I would have got it for about £300 a flight return. So afternoon VP, best home game you have witnessed. Oh, that's a fantastic question. That is a very, very good question. Recent home game. I'll go recent, now I'll go older. Recent, I'd say, if I'm going to go off one this season, it was Arsenal-Tottenham at the Emirates 4-2. If I go off one last season, it was the 3-3 against Liverpool. The scenes were mad when Ozil scored that third, only for us to completely cock up down the other end and check flat Firmino shot in. But when we scored that 3 goals in 5 minutes against Liverpool, wow, the North Bank was rocking. Older ones, I was there when we beat Middlesbrough and we were losing to Middlesbrough, and then we scored 4 goals in 5 minutes or whatever it is and beating 5-3. That was a mad comeback, and that was probably the best home game I've ever seen. But that was with an unbelievable team. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, recent times with a dead team, I'd say them two, mate. All right, go on, let's go with a couple more minutes and then I'm out of here. Thoughts on DT, says Persian Predicts. He's a nice enough lad, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he just he gets misunderstood a few times, but it is what it is. I do as well, mate. My opinion on Liverpool 4, Barcelona 0. One of the greatest games of football I have ever witnessed, mate. Yeah, you just knew they were going to do it. Soon as they got that early goal, 1-0, you just knew they were going to win it, and you knew that they were going to do it 4-0 and get through. Yeah, Messi tried, but you know when you're a one-man team, which they were that night, nobody else even stepped up. I know Suarez scored, but you know Messi and Suarez can't really do it all on their own, can they? Right, I need to hurry this up because my battery's dying. Xhaka or Pogba, who would you have? Do you know what? I don't want Pogba anywhere near my football club. The guy is an absolute disgrace. Plays when he wants. His attitude stinks. He thinks he's bigger than he is. Wouldn't want him anywhere near. Nearly 500 people watching. Thank you very much to everyone watching. Please put a thumbs up on the video. Not even 200. Don't forget also Guna Eagle Eye. As soon as you come off of this, go to Guna Eagle Eye on YouTube. Subscribe to his channel. 7 o'clock, we will be doing a season review. Right, I'm going to do 3 more questions, then I'm gone. Should Mesut Ozil start the final, says Sai Lada. I think we've got no options to start other than to start him, mate, unfortunately. If Ramsey was fit, yeah, it is a dirty beer, mate, but I ain't getting drunk on stream in a minute, so that's why I'm not drinking Stella. So yeah, I don't think we've got any option other than to start Mesut Ozil. 2 more questions. I'm going. What do you think of Mesut Ozil having dinner with the Turkish PM again? That's up to him. He can do what he wants, mate. He can do what he wants. It doesn't matter what I say, mate. Somebody will go, "You're hating." So yeah, I've got no interest in what he does, mate. only on the football pitch. He can do whatever he wants outside of it. One more question. Let's pick a good one. Here we go. Omar, we'll leave it on this one, yeah? Would you force your kids to support the team? Mate, my daughter sat right there on her iPad. She has no option other than to support Arsenal Football Club. Ain't that right? Yeah? What do we think of Tottenham? Swear word. So yeah, that's it. Listen, I'm out of here. I'm going to go. I'm going to be on Guna Eagle Eye 7 o'clock. Subscribe. Smash the like button for me. Yeah, she knows not to swear, trust me. Yeah, smash the like button for me. Thank you to everyone who donated as well. Appreciate that. Thanks you for all the lovely comments. And yeah, until later on when I come back with my player ratings for midfielders and strikers for the season, don't forget, keep an eye out for that. I'll probably live stream that around 9 o'clock-ish. Keep your eyes peeled for that as well.